Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, I had a lot of people ask me, how come I haven't done a video yet about the 100,000 dinar note? And I said, geez, that one was so obvious that I don't think people need anybody to explain to them what it was that was being circulated around YouTube. Come on, people. We're sitting here every day talking about all the great things that Iraq is doing, all the big steps forward, how they're growing their economy, how they're diversifying their economy, how they're doing whatever it takes to get back onto the international market. And then somebody came out and just did an article about 100,000 dinar note, and people lost their damn minds. Let's get into this. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. Real quick, I just want to remind everybody, if you're looking into groups that invest into Iraqi stock, I want to encourage you guys to give Wise Investment a call at 1-850-520-2693. Tell them Pimpy sent you. For years, people have been asking me how to get into the group where they can invest their money and buy the Iraqi stock. This was closed to the public, but it is now open for now. So take advantage of it while you can. Give them a call at 850-520-2693. Let them know that Pimpy sent you, and they'll walk you through the process. All right, here we go. So come to find out that this 100,000 dinar note, this is a school project, you guys. Somebody designed this, another person took it and ran with it, and posted it as if Iraq is going to release 100,000 dinar. You have to understand that's going in the total opposite direction of what we want to happen. That would mean that there's hyperinflation out there so bad that they had to create a 100,000 dinar note. It got so out of control that the central bank had to respond to this. The Central Bank of Iraq has denied issuing a new 100,000 dinar note, stating that the image circulating on social media is fake. The bank also warned against dealing with the counterfeit currency if anyone attempts to use it for fraud. So just be careful. Make sure you spread the word that this is not a real currency. Although I'd love to get my hands on it for collectible reasons, it's not real. The bank clarified that it has not released any new banknotes of this denomination. The circulated image featuring the late Iraqi architect Zaha Hadid is a forgery, read in a statement from the Central Bank of Iraq. The bank urges citizens to exercise caution and avoid handling the counterfeit note if it appears. It also emphasized that there are no current plans to print new currency and that it will take a legal action against those who produce or promote such counterfeit currencies. So the thing that caught my attention about this statement, and this comes from the Central Bank of Iraq, so there's pros and cons to it, there's good versus bad. It says, there are no current plans to print new currency. Now this is what they're telling us. What that tells me is, then people don't have to worry about a LOP or a redenomination. Because in order for you to have a redenomination or a LOP, you have to create new currencies. But it also tells me then that they're not creating the lower denominations, which means they're going to stick with the currency that they currently have. Some people will see this as the glass is half full. Some people look at it as the glass is half empty. After the fall of the Ba'ath regime in 2003, the Coalition Provisional Authority issued a new Iraqi dinar in October the 15th, 2003. The new Iraqi dinar included denominations of 250, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and 25,000 dinars, although recently we heard they were talking about releasing a 20,000 dinar. Again, it was just talk. In 2004, a 500 dinar note was added to the currency series. On January 2nd, 2005, the Central Bank of Iraq issued 2 coins in denominations of 25 dinars and 100 dinars, followed by a 50 dinar coin later that year. However, due to the low value and limited circulation, the coins were withdrawn from use in 2009. In 2015, the central bank issued a new 50,000 dinar note. It remains the highest denomination. So I do have quite a few of those 50,000 dinar notes. So yeah, you don't want them to start creating currency in which the denominations are that high. That's really bad. That means the value of the currency is going down. It's going down so much so that they had to create these outrageous $50,000 and $100,000 Iraqi dinar notes. But we all know that's not the case. Iraq has been doing very, very well to stay on track and get their crap together. Their economy is booming. They're meeting the bank standards as required by the international community. We know they got some major projects going on, some that are close to finish, some that are getting ready to get started. But that main one is the highway one, in which it will open the door for trade big time for Iraq. So the 100,000 dinar note is fake. And I'm sure by now most people already know this. I saw this article briefly, and this is not a good thing. So the Iraqi army prevents Kurdish farmers from delivering crops to Kirkuk silos. So what they're doing is the Iraqi army is stopping the farmers from taking their crops into Kurdistan, their silos, claiming that the farmers are violating Article 140 of the Iraqi Constitution. So what you're doing now is screwing with Kirkuk's food. You can see the Iraqi army is preventing Kurdish farmers in several areas of Kirkuk, seizing 9 trucks loaded with wheat and arresting 5 Kurdish farmers. It goes on to say that the controversial measure against Kurdish farmers follows a recent action by the Iraqi army preventing Kurdish farmers from harvesting crops, citing land ownership disputes between Arab and Kurdish farmers. So you see, first they were fighting over the oil, now they are going to fight over the farmland. And that includes confiscating the wheat. It's stuff like this why it is we never see the KRG and Baghdad agree on anything. You can see right here, according to the media, this year's wheat production in Kirkuk is expected to reach 500,000 tons, with over 100,000 tons coming from these districts alone. Now we know that Iraq is having issues with their farmland, but it doesn't seem like Kirkuk is having issues at all. So what you have is the Iraqi army is patrolling the streets of these districts, and they seize farmers' trucks. So I'm surprised we've not heard more about this, and yeah, this is an issue. What you don't want to see is this kind of stuff get in the middle of negotiations between Kurdistan region as well as the government of Iraq. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.